Hello, Nicholas Under here with Iowa Home Robotics. Today is the day, so you may have heard me a few times talk about remapping the back driveway because it's going into the grass. Well, we're going to do that today. Today's a good and a bad day for it. Bad because it's beautiful out, but yeah, that means the yard is muddy. So it's going to, I'm going to have to be kind once it gets over to the grass. But the big thing is the other day when it was coming back to charge on the charging station, it got caught up over here. And with the studs and everything, I mean, as you can see, it really kind of tore that little chunk of grass up. Now again, I'm not too worried about it because I'm going to be reseeding all of this, but as you can see, not something I wanted to do all the time. And when we make it so it's right on that edge, there's less of a likelihood of it the blade catching the grass and kind of goofing up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Yarbo going here. I want to, here's Harry, as I call the Yarbo. We're going to raise the auger up. We're going to move forward. Hey Harry, ready to do your job? All right. Woo! Those muddy tracks. That's all right. Any of you watching are Iowa born, lived in Iowa a decent amount of time, you know this warm weather isn't going to last very long. So we probably have another, I would say, few snows in us. I do have Henley behind the camera today. He's the one videotaping. You want to say hi, Henley?
Hi, guys.
So today what we're going to do is we're going to remap the entire downstairs driveway, our back driveway, without the cars in there. So I'm going to kind of take you through quickly what we do. I'm not going to do a ton of explanation. I got a short guy recording. There's going to be a ton of explanation because you can go online and find all this stuff. Or if you have a Yarbo that you get from us, we'll walk you through this in person. But here we go. I do have the Yarbo set up kind of right where I want it to be, so it can be right on that edge and ready to go once we're going. So I'm going to go into my map. I'm going to say modify map. It's probably not going to like this. Back driveway with 2 cars. The reason it might not like this is I have our front driveway and then it goes through our sidewalk and it connects to our back driveway. So we're going to probably have to reconnect a few things here. So I'm going to go into the back driveway. Oh, not back driveway with 2 cars. I don't think I renamed my back full driveway. Yep, there we go. So we're going to delete area. All right. Now we're going to add an area. And we're going to start. All right, so let the driving begin. I'm going to let Henley kind of keep an eye on the Yarbo as we go with the camera, but I am going to go nice and slow here. Go ahead and walk around if you want, Henley, so you can, everybody can kind of see what's going on. But if you watched yesterday, I'm taking this nice and slow so I could stay right on that edge. Because I'm an old man and my thumb joystick phone skills might not be 100% the best. But I do want to get this as close to that edge as possible. I do have people detection off, so Henley's able to walk in front of it, but if we had detection on, it would stop right now. It wouldn't let us continue. So you could do this pretty fast if you wanted to and not get as precise. I really want to get precise, and it's the perfect day for something like this because of the weather. So there it goes. I'm getting it right on that edge. Right on that edge. So we'll take this little turn. This is one place where it was catching up the other day because of the high grass on the edge of the driveway. I think that's not going to be a problem now that we're readjusting this map. Like I said the other day, one thing I wish it did have was a forward button that just would have it go straight forward. Now, I am going to have it turn just a little bit because I got some overgrowth here on the driveway that maybe need to fix at some point. I do have my gate here. That gate stays open most of the year, unless we have the chickens out, but right now we don't have any chickens. But I am going to probably steer clear a little bit of that fence. There we go. Now that the snow's all melting, we can see all the junk that got covered in snow. They didn't have time to pick up. All right, now I am going to pull it away from the garage a little bit. I had one thing I had done is I had it really close to the garage. I had basically cut it so it was, it was right here. And I did have it bump the garage at one time. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it just a little bit away. I do have a shovel, and for times like this, I can just kind of manually shovel just the edge of the garage. I mean, if you wanted to, you could create yourself a map that included just inside your garage and right outside, so you could have it actually come out here, open your garage door, and have Yarbo run and get all that snow off of there too if you wanted to. Here's another spot that I had, once the ground's not so mushy, I'm going to take care of these pallets. But I had gotten it pretty close to those pallets. And one time when we were away, it did catch on there. So the so I'm having to kind of stay a little clear of that. Emily, you can go ahead and walk up here, walk around it. I just pulled you back a little bit because you were so close in on the Yarbo. Sometimes it's nice to see a little bit of the around it. Another thing I'm gonna do here is trim this tree up. I'll probably do that this summer and then remap this. The thing you do want to be careful about your brush, the Yarbo would plow through this. But as you can see with the antennas over here, I don't want it to catch anything on one of these antennas and break them. They are pretty durable, they're pretty strong, and I am going to have it kind of hit the tree a little bit on some of that edge there. But for the most part, it's just that soft part of the tree that she's getting. The other thing I'm going to do here is once we get up close to the road, I did talk to one of our neighbors, and they said it was all right to have us plow a little bit of their driveway. So we're going to add that in there. All right. Cruising right along, right on our edge here. probably a little less than halfway done. All right. You can kind of see the edge there, where it's at. Right on that edge. Henley, go ahead and get right in front of this and step back maybe another 5 feet, and so you can kind of see how close to that edge we're at. Yarbo claims that it is accurate within 1 millimeter. I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure if I believe that claim right there. That might be a little more once we're using the mower. But some of these, I will say, anytime that I've had this set up, it stayed pretty much on the tracks. But it has gone just past things before. But I do attribute some of that to ice and slippage. You know, these are on all metal studs, and so when this is going across some ice and it stops really quick, it does slide for about an inch or so, which I had some of that stuff so close that just, you know, it was close enough that even just sliding an inch bumped into it. Alright, so we're getting close here. I'm kind of in a little bit of a corner, so I'm trying to keep that right where it needs to. Once programmed, Yarbo is going to stay at the track. So right now we're basically creating an outline of the driveway, and the app, yeah, kind of check this out here so far. So far, that's what we've gotten, is that lit up part. You can kind of see some lines here because the other day we marked off this top part of the driveway. So we're going to keep going here, but you can kind of watch it as it's building your driveway. Heck, I could see the little curve that I made back there when we went around the evergreen tree. If you ever want to come by and have us give you a live demo on this, feel free. I'm more than happy to. I know right now this is not the funnest time to come look, but you can come out and check out the Yarbo, put your hands on it, see how heavy she is, or he, or it. Ours is a he. We call the Yarbo Harry. That's what I've gone to. We might change that name. I don't know. It's a name, work in progress on the name. And again, I'm really trying to go slow because my thumbs aren't the straightest on here. But I mean, I could really fine tune. You can kind of see here, just right on that edge. That's good. I'm really liking what I'm doing here. This does come with a controller. It's like an Xbox controller. I don't really use that too much. I'm sure maybe I could probably fine-tune some of these movements a little better with that controller. I'm a little decent on an Xbox controller, but you know, if you got kids in the house and they want to work with them, they might be able to get this pretty accurate with the Xbox controller. All right, we're getting, I bet you we're a little over halfway done now. This is a point in which I wish it had just a straight feature, because, I don't know, I'm keeping it pretty straight. But I mean, it's a very precise machine. So if I just, my thumb moves just the tiniest bit to the side, it moves just that, you know, inch to the left or right, just barely moving. As you can kind of see, I'm wobbling a little back and forth. Get her. Now, Henley, as you back up, careful, slow by the road. You accidentally backed into the road. So like yesterday, I'm not going to let this go all the way out to the road. I think I'm going to stop it about there. I went out just a tiny bit further. How much of the Yarbo's in the screen? Can you even see the whole Yarbo as close as you are? Alright. So far we've mapped pretty much the whole back part of the driveway, and then I'm debating on if I just make this back driveway when I have it do the full driveway. I might just also have it go over here and do the neighbor's driveway. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Actually, I think what I'll do is map that sucker. No, well, you know what? Heck with it. I'm going to make this the full back driveway. We'll see how she works. With sidewalk, I'm going to have it kind of take a good edge, because as you can see, this sidewalk is quite overgrown. So I'm not going to have it going right along right next to it. I'm going to do some here. It does handle slush halfway decent, but alright, this is I'm going to be a little make sure I get a little getting blinded by the light. So I'm going to have it do a good chunk of this. I'm going to have it skip out. Alright, we're getting real close here. I'd say about a third done. He doesn't really use this back driveway much at all. So I'm not necessarily going to have it go right next to his garage. This summer we're going to have it go onto his lawn too, because there's a little bit of a hill, and it's kind of nice to see how it does. As you can see, there's a little bit of a lip there. I'm not going to have it get right on that, because I want to make sure that it's good, but it's right close to that edge there, so I think we're pretty solid. like I said, I'm not going to really have it get super precise on the sidewalk here, because we have, you can see here, we have a good, I don't know, that's probably 2 inches of grass right there. And when the Yarbo is on the ground and got that right there, she could catch. So you see, a little bit. Did
you just get it?
Well, we've had this for a few months, but we haven't had a lot of time with snow and everything, so.
Can you get it all safe? Can you be in the house and run with it?
I sure can. Oh yeah. I don't though. I just sit out here and watch it. But it's kind of nice to sit and watch something instead of doing it myself, so I don't cry about it. Next time it snows, come on out by and check it out.
Yeah, okay, I will.
Alright, so we're almost done. I really am just wanting to get as close to that edge as possible, because I also want to make sure, I want to see how much Yarbo stays within its bounds. But like a lot of you, I do like to have my driveway getting plowed right up to that edge. You can see here yesterday, this was one of the places that did it, where it wanted to drag and get into the grass because I have overlapped where it went. So, and obviously with this nice Iowa weather we have, with this nice warm spit that we got, it does come with this nice little, a lot of snowblowers do, nice little stick that you can get rid of all that stuff on. Because when it's like this, if anybody's ran a snowblower before, you know that slush is a snowblower's worst nightmare. The Yarbo does have, here I'm watching Henley walk through the puddle, so I got off a little bit here. The Yarbo does have plow mode. It does have its own plow we can purchase for you and get put on. But you could also just put it in plow mode and have it push with the auger. In plow mode, that auger is not on, and so it's going to just catch snow and push it. That is not something I've tested out, but I would be willing to do so if Mother Nature would give us some more snow. All right. Ask any, if you got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments a little later when I get some time. I will be more than happy to answer them for you. Also, we're going to move this video over to our Iowa Homes Robotics Facebook page. So once we hit 2 months, all these live videos are going to start to be on that page. And so if you want to see any of these videos, I'm probably not going to be posting them on the personal Nicholas Ender page. We're going to be putting them on the Iowa Homes Robotics page. We also have a YouTube channel, Iowa Home Robotics, and we're starting it, just starting it. So if you're wanting to help us out there, you can go to Iowa Home Robotics on YouTube. I'll try to put a link in the description of this video. But when we have to get 100 viewers to be able to start doing YouTube live videos. So that's what I'm trying to get to, is the max there, so we can start doing YouTube live videos. Okay, I'm going to go back to my other map because I'm pretty close to being done here. When you're mapping, you can switch between controller mode, which is where you have all the controllers and everything set up, that you can manipulate the Yarbo. Or right now when I'm in map mode, it just has basically a joystick for me. All right, We are done here. So we mapped out the entire driveway and we mapped out the neighbor's little section there so you can kind of see what we're doing. Now it looks like because we got rid of the last map, it got rid of our last pathway. So we are going to have to fix that pathway there. But we're going to hit next. The next part of this is going to be, it wants us to say, hey, where do you want snow at? So where I want snow is along this side. I basically have it go through the whole eastern side. So you can kind of see that yellow line there. That's where we're going to blow the snow. We're going to blow it that way and this way. I don't want it to. Gosh darn it. I'm going to redraw that. I don't know why it did that. Alright, we're going to have it blow to the south here. So I have it basically going east and south. Next. Alright. That is that. So this is where I can, I'm going to get back here a little bit so I can get down to my knees here. Having it do overlap, I have it do the robust for the first. I'm going to have it do circle, which basically kind of maps it out like I like. Minimum height, I want this to go down to 1/8 of an inch. Oops. Which I like. I'm also going to kick this auger to say, hey, go ahead and spray it where you want. We're going to have it work twice, which means it's going to run this twice. Second time around, I have it go quiet. We go 1/8 of an inch again. Auger angle, change. And here we can hit preview. Preview basically shows us what it's going to do. Okay, so if you look here with that circle, it's got a few little zigzags and stuff to get it where it needs to go, but it's going to do her. I really don't know what it's going to do over there because it hasn't shown me at all, but we're going to check it out. I'm finished. We're going to create a pathway now because one thing we do have to do is tell it how to get to the charging unit. So we are back Yarbo up. Now I'm going to raise the auger up so it doesn't get too muddy. We did have kind of a garden over here over the last summer, so this is one reason I found that this is all right to do here. All right, we're going to see how this goes here. I'm going to hit start. We're getting it right over to, off-roading over here. Right there to the charging pad, so that's good. And then it wants to know where I want to throw the snow there, which I'm going to tell it to do it to the south. Next. When I want it to do the pathway, this, I actually, when it's doing the pathway, I jack it up to go to 1 inch. Since it is on the ground, I don't want it dragging that auger along the ground and sucking it up too much. And then I'm going to drop it so it's really deflecting it more downwards there. Say okay. And there we go. We got front driveway with 2 cars, back driveway with 2 cars, and area 3. So I appreciate y'all sticking around with me and watching it do its path. So we're going to test it out here in a little bit, make sure it does everything that it needs to, and go from there. So thanks for watching. Any questions you have, put them in the comments. Also, make sure to check Iowa Home Robotics on Facebook out, and our YouTube page, which I will try to get a link to the YouTube there on there so you can check us out and follow us. So have a great day, and bye-bye.